sir. Give your name again, please.
Mark Acciard, Atkinson. Mr. LaSalle, with all due respect, I lost track about 80% of the way through your list, and according to your budget, which I have here, I obtained from the SAU last week, you just cut $17 million out of the budget with your list. I'm only asking for a cut of 4. Here's my question. Did you have all of that stuff you just listed this past year, 2009-2010 school year?
The increase to our budget is 1.7%.
I understand that, sir. Did you have all that stuff this year? All the stuff you just named, was it in the budget this year?
I don't understand the question.
Okay, let me try to rephrase
I'm
it.
buying new paper. We bought paper this year, if that's what you're asking.
Your entire list that you just named for all the people sitting here, was all that stuff accomplished, done, paid for, in the budget? Did you have all of that stuff available to you this year?
That is correct.
2009,
That's correct.
2010 school year. According to your budget, you spent, oh, I moved from the total page, I'm sorry. According to your budget, exclusive of fund transfers this year, you spent $55,590,000 in change. That's what you spent to accomplish everything that the school did this year, school district did this year. You spent $55 million in change. You just gave us a list that cuts over $17 million out of your budget. I'm not asking for any of that. I'm asking for you to spend what you spent last year, plus the federal government's cost of living raise, and you're telling me that you would have to cut $17 million out of your budget to do that? How does that math work?
That's not my math, sir. That's yours, and it's incorrect.
Okay, tell me what's incorrect.
First of all, I indicated that the cuts that I indicated to you in that last list that you lost track of represented $5,700,000, not the $17 million that you're citing. The other thing is that the expenditures that you're citing, the numbers that you're using are incorrect. Second of all, it makes no logical sense, nor is it possible to run a budget where you choose to include certain things and exclude other things. You're excluding fund transfers. You cannot exclude the fund transfers. The fact of the matter is that looking at expenditures only is actually a foolish logic. Every time a child comes forward and buys a hot lunch, our expenditures go up. Now, given that the child's family pays for that lunch, but they go up. You cannot look at just one half of an equation of the budget without looking at the other. You must look at the full balance of the equation, which includes expenditures. It also includes revenues, and you have to look at both sides of that. The numbers that were presented to you this evening are accurate and true numbers. They are audited independently. They are accepted by the DRA, and they are the budget. The budget is going up $1 million, which is 1.71%. Your logic and your numbers are both wrong.
I think, with all due respect, I think you're missing. The budget is up 1.71% over what was proposed last year. I'm not talking about what was proposed because you spent $4 million less than what was proposed last year. I'm talking about what it actually cost you last year to run this school district.
Do you want to answer that? According
to your budget, which I got from the SAU this week, including the fund transfers, your expenditure total for the school year is $58,690,463. So that's the money expended to run the entire district for a year. And you're telling me that by sticking with this number, or even one reasonably close to it, you can't do that in the upcoming year?
That is
How about
correct.
the 2% raises for the 55 top administrators? People in the private sector aren't getting raises this year. We're lucky to keep our jobs. There's people in this audience that are in danger of losing their homes. And you guys are going to put 2% raises on, and you put it in the default budget. So either way you get it. How do you put raises in the default budget?
They are not in the
school board
default
didn't
budget.
Excuse me.
They are not in the default budget.
In your PowerPoint presentation here, it says that the SAU costs, the raises, 2% raises for the administrators are in there.
The raises for the administrators are not in the default budget.
It was stated at the public hearing, for want of a better word, public hearing. Sir, I'm sorry, I don't mean to take your time.
Yep. I'm going to go to this